Everything feels better when we let go. Somewhere more like what we wanna know. Every high feels higher than ever before. Our new world is waiting. What are we waiting for? Let it all go. We can all drift away. Life in the new world, slipping away to a more beautiful. We're never gonna go. We're never gonna go. We can make this place our perfect home. Virtual reality feels a little brighter. This world lighter. Everything we wanted to be. Turn on, open your eyes, a blank screen, yeah. All of it fits just like a glove. Sublime from the earth to the stars above. Take a look, take a walk around. Do you believe what you're seeing now? Open your ears, you can hear it. Every high feels higher than ever before. Our new world is waiting. What are we waiting for? Let it all go. We can all drift away. Life in the new world, slipping away to a more beautiful. We're never gonna go. We're never gonna go. We can make this place our perfect home. Virtual reality feels a little brighter. This world lighter. Slipping away to a more beautiful place. Slipping away to a more beautiful place. Can you feel it? I can feel it. We can do it, we can make it. Plugged in, we're off and away. Living life in a beautiful space. We can stay there anywhere. Make a world there without the care. Come on, we're off and away. Getting lost in a beautiful space. Let it all go. We can all drift away. Life in the new world, slipping away to a more beautiful. We're never gonna go. We're never gonna go. We can make this place our perfect home. Virtual reality feels a little brighter. This world lighter. Slipping away to a more beautiful place. Slipping away to a more beautiful place.
Hello. Welcome, everyone, to episode 10 of the Avatar stream series. Man, already 10 episodes? you serious? 10 episodes already? Jeez. God, it's been like such a good time since the first episode. I'm really enjoying making the avatar so far, and we're almost done with the weight painting. It's almost ready to go in Somnium just to test and stuff. It's gonna be awesome. So yeah, how are y'all doing? I hope y'all doing good. And yes, also because today is episode 10, we're switching to double digits. We're gonna do something a little special. Somewhere during the stream, I will say a keyword, and I will specify. Okay, this is the keyword. I will specify this, and if you retweet the keyword under the tweet of the Somnium livestream, which is somewhere on Somnium Space's Twitter, it should be like the latest, like now. If you tweet the keyword on that tweet, like in the comments, you will get 100 cubes if you're one of the first 3 to tweet it. So yeah, you want some cubes? Get to watching, because I will say keyword, I will not say when, but I will say it. Alright? Alright. Now back to regular scheduling. As usual, as pretty much like the couple other streams, I've got something new in my equipment. And it's extremely useful. It is called a stream deck. If you don't know what that is, it's a physical keypad with 15 buttons with LCDs behind, so little screens. And you can pretty much control your entire stream or any other application using it. And you can put GIFs, you can put folders. And that's what I'm using right now to control my burb here. I can control my eyes, I can control the skin I'm wearing. If I want, I can change my background. And I can also change scenes, so I can go back here, I could go to the end screen, I could go to the full screen, which is what we're gonna stay right now. But so far I'm loving this little baby, and he can play sounds for some other reason. Hi, so last episode we left off with the weight painting of the body done. I guess that proof I could rotate the hips and just you spin me right round. Please don't DMC me. But so yeah, we weight painting the body last time, and today I want to weight paint the clothing. And the thing is, I know there's some kind of fashion show that's gonna happen today, maybe. And I say maybe because I'm not entirely sure if it's still happening. But just in case, I want to have the body finished, and maybe important to tie the SDK. And then port it to sound elements so people could see it, just the model at least. But obviously we won't be done, we'll have the shaders and stuff to do. But let's do the clothing, at least. So for the clothing, okay, how are we gonna proceed? I'm gonna start with the pants, because they seem to be a bit easier. They cancelled, yeah, okay. Postponed to next Sunday. Okay, so you, thank you gave me more time to finish my avatar. But yeah. So yeah, next Sunday I hope I've got a working avatar, at least for the fashion show, because I want this to be ready for the fashion show. Maybe not with the shaders, but at least something. And also, I did say at one point, during the past streams during the week, maybe a cool challenge idea could be for you guys, maybe try and make an avatar in a super short amount of time. Because I did make avatars in the past, like one character, humanoid, in like an hour or two for a game jam, which I'm actually returning to this year, so until from Tuesday to Thursday. But yeah, it could be a good idea, maybe just a little challenge for you. Just try to make something super quick and see what you can do in 3 hours. Me, obviously, I'm taking my time because I want the avatar to be good. So I'm first going to try to weight paint the pants. I'm gonna try... Data transfer maybe? No, that... Could that work? I think that could work. Data transfer. Source the body mesh. Replace. Mix actor 1, vertex group, whatever. I want vertex data, vertex group from nearest face interpolated. I'll name. Okay, let's try. Okay, so generate everything. but I'm not sure if it worked. Okay, no, it did work. So it did work. And the data transfer I want before the armature. And I do want to apply it. There you go. We've got pants. That was quick. That was quick. Huh. We still do have a little bit of clipping though. So we'll have to adjust some stuff, but at least the big part of it is pretty much done. Ah, the air transfer, I love you. Alright, so I want... Because if I do this, this entire thing gets moved. So my guess is that I have to remove the weights here. Huh. But yeah, anyway, what I plan to do is use maybe some vertex color or something to hide what's inside. Hey Chris! Welcome to the stream. So these parts here, which are the body inside, if clothing is on, I just want to hide them using a material or something. That's usually what games do, is that they hide the body inside the clothing so it doesn't clip. In my case, I might need that. Okay, yeah, doesn't look good. Unless I put back some weight here. But yeah, as long as the leg doesn't do a 360, it should be fine. Okay, let's see what we can adjust to this maybe a little bit. Maybe. Nope. Wait, as long as the avatar doesn't do a split, it should be fine. Or not. That's why there was some weight in the front here. And also, the weight should be split a little bit, so... first off, where's my wireframe? Why is the wireframe not showing? Please show. Thank you. Yeah, this is like... half, I'd say. In the middle. Legs not gonna bend backward anyway, because anatomy logic, so it's already gonna bend from the front. I think that should be good. Now we're missing this leg. And here I want the weight to be 0. At least on the spikes. And on this, honestly. If I can even click on it. Can I even click on it? Ah, because strength is at 0, you pieces. 5 years later, and I still do the same exact mistake. Okay, maybe not 5 years later, maybe like 4 years later, but close. Close enough. Okay, there's still some weight on that one, so I just had to go back here and clean it up a little bit more. Why is there some weight? There's no weight here. Ah, those bones, I think. Tail? Oh, the tail. Why is it? Where is it on the? Why is this on the tail? Excuse me. What? Okay, there we go. Oh, what? Why do I have a spike in the middle like that? What? That's weird. Let me go back and edit real quick. Do I? No, I don't. Wait. What? Wait, do I have bench? No. Why is there a spike there? Where did that come from? It comes from this vertex here, but... What? Oh, I see. Oh wait, no, I don't see. This is a topology mirror, no. I don't want you. What's this? edge? Oh, it was hidden. That explains it. I do have an extra triangle here for some reason. Why is that here? Goodbye. There we go. I also might cut in half these. Because yeah, the bend is not going too well, so I'm just gonna cut it in half here. And then do some triangle magic. There we go. Okay, now where's the body? Let me just show these back. Except the hoodie. Seems fine to me. Wireframe, please show. There you go. Okay, this one needs to be split in half so it bends a bit better. Yeah, just to make some bends a little more legit, I'd say. Those I want maybe just a bit more weight on these here, but not too much. And same for this one here. Hey, welcome, Calamity. Welcome to the stream. And yeah, you're welcome. I'm really enjoying making this guide so far. Takes forever, but I'm enjoying it. Alright. Go. Alright, that should be good enough, I think. Alright, so I guess we can consider the pants weighted now. Unless this okay, no, this is definitely a little messed up. I'm not going to paint anything for this bone here. But then it causes issues. So I have to keep them painted. Especially when it goes to the other side. It messes up a little bit. Where's my symmetry? There's my symmetry. Here. And this is where I think I'm gonna put some extra tries here. There we go. Now it can run properly without intersecting. Nope, the keyword has not been set already. We're still kind of beginning, so I don't want to say too early either. You just have to stay and listen carefully for it. Understand? Nope, not yet. Like, once I say the keyword, I'll specifically say this is a keyword. But not yet. And yeah, once you get it, you tweet it under Silent Space's tweet of the stream. And if you wanted the first 3, then you get 100 cubes. Speedy. Spinning top. Marcus keyboard. Yes, it is exactly that. No, just no. It's not that easy. It's not that easy. Alright, so I just want to check. Okay, now let me check what all the pants how it looks. Still kind of looks like a split. Mickey crashed here. 1, 2, 3. Oh no! What have you done? You leaked my password. If I raise it up a little bit. Maybe actually, instead of doing this, why don't I just make the pants the shape of it? Like, why don't I just... I don't know how it would look. That's actually not that bad. That's actually not that bad. And now all we have to do is just copy the weights from this. And one way to copy the weights is you take your mesh, and if I remember correctly, it is Alt click. Is it? No, it's not. Wait, Control click? It's Control click. to use like a color picker, kind of like in Photoshop or whatever painting program you use. Control click, and as you can see, you can get the exact weight of that vertex. It's not the surface, it's the vertex. Since weights are obviously on vertices. And I can just paint it. Boop. I didn't paint fully. I'm gonna use constant because we need the exact number here. And what the crap happened there? Yeah, I saw that color picker too. Like, when I discovered it, I was like, oh my god, why did I not know about this before? What happened to my merge here? What happened to that merge here? Oh, that explains it. Yeah, Blender is pretty much just shortcuts. And I know a lot of them. Like, if you don't like shortcuts, don't use Blender. But shortcuts really makes like the speed of the workflow quite faster, in my opinion. If you do the shortcuts, obviously. Alright, let's try this again. So these two vertices and these two go out and select this one and select this one. Control click. Select. And there you go. Unselect, reselect, control click. Unselect, reselect, control click, not control click yet. My bad. And where's my symmetry, you son of a... There you go. There you go. This one. Bang bang. There you go. There you go. There you go, there you go. Alright. So we got the first half, now for the second half. So we'll go back on this one. Is this one affected a little bit? Yes. Okay, so we'll have to do a little more. Yeah, we'll have to do a little more here. Then there's the hips. So we'll do first this bone here. So click. There we go. Click. This too. Go click. Wait, painting takes so long, I don't know why, but I hate it. There you go. There we go. Alright, so this bone is done. Do we have... No, we don't have any weight for the tail. And I will need to do the pants here. I don't think there's actual weight here. So I think it's going to be 0. Can I select the armature, please? There you go. No, so we're just gonna paint those bones 0. There you go. And this does nothing. And now if I bend this, it moves perfectly with. Alright, so the pants are done. Now for the hoodie. But first, hero save. Because you never know. And also, quick info before continuing is that yes, you can watch the stream on Twitch. Yes, you can watch it on YouTube. But did you know that you can also watch it directly inside Summon Space? There's a parcel, I think it's number 88. Wait, no, it's not that one. It's, let me quickly look it up. It is parcel. Where go, Francie? It's not gonna go great. Let me go look it up quick. It's only parcel. Where is it? Where is it? I'm just gonna go on. Yeah, if you look at the event page on Summon Space on the website, you can see there's a parcel number linked to it, which is number 2245. Which is situated right over here. So it's quite close to the sea center. On this parcel, you can actually watch the stream. So if you search up, you can either watch it from inside the game or from within Summon Web. So summonspace.com/parcel/2245. And hopefully it is not broken. Because some parcels are all broken still. It's still in beta, so parcels might still be... Okay, no, this one is perfectly fine. You can watch the stream directly from Summon Space. You can go here. On the web browser, you can press open in browser, and it's gonna link directly to the Twitch channel. Or in Summon Space, the PC client /VR client /2D client. So yeah, the VR client, basically. You can watch it directly in VR. And this is actually super cool. And there's some GIFs, there's dynamic lighting, you can watch it with other people. It's super fun. So yeah, parcel number 2245 on Somnium Space. You can watch the stream directly there. Now back to regular scheduling. Let's do the hoodie. I guess I can take my little sip of iced tea. darn, I love iced tea. So much iced tea. My life is. Right, so for the hoodie, we'll do the same trick as we did for the pants. We're gonna use, I'll explain how it works. So what we're doing, to copy the weights from the body to the hoodie or whatever parts are overlapping, so like clothing with pretty much the same vertex structure. Well, I mean vertex structure, I mean aligning. Like as you can see, those two vertices align perfectly here, or almost perfectly. Same with those two here, same with those two here. And this is ideal when you're doing clothing, to have vertices that match the ones on your body. So how do we do it? How do we copy from the body to the hoodie or whatever clothing you're using, just like the pants? For that, what I usually do, at least at a starting point, because as you saw, we need some tweaking like on the pants, we use a modifier called data transfer. You drag it on top of the armature first off, because else the data transfer is going to be applied after the armature has been moved, so we don't want that. And then as the source, we're going to select the mesh with all of our weights. So in our case, Rye mesh body. The mix mode will set, I mean, there's just one, it's replace. The mix factor, we keep it at 1. Then, if you want to copy weights, which is what I usually do with this modifier, you check vertex data, unfold it, and yeah, because the weights are basically vertex data, vertex group data. So knowing that, you also select a vertex group. In terms of mapping, in case some of your parts don't match up exactly, kind of like how my torn up hoodie here or the hoodie part here won't really match with anything. The mapping, I will set it to nearest face interpolated. So what does that mean? Let's say this triangle here. You see this one is a bit orange, this one is a bit more light, and this one is a bit more blue. If we're to be set on vertices, the closest vertex the vertex is, or well, I mean to be a bit more precise, the closest original mesh, like, how can I mean, alright. So the closest, darn, it's hard to explain. But basically, it's gonna take the closest vertex from the vertex on your modified mesh on your clothing. So if you have your vertex here, it's gonna take this one. If you have your vertex here, it's gonna take this one. If you have it over here, it's gonna take this one and take those weights. In interpolated mode, face interpolated, it's going to take the closest part of the face. So if your vertex is here, what is gonna take the color that's over here? I don't know if I explained it simple enough. It's a bit hard to explain, but it just transferred the data in a smoothed manner. So in our case, yeah, we want nearest face interpolated, and once we're done with this, I think, yeah, that's it. We generate data layers, and then we can apply. So now, if we move this, you can now see that the hoodie moves perfectly in sync with the body. Like, look at those two vertices here. It is perfectly in sync, or super close to being in sync. So at least the parts that sync up shouldn't clip or at least won't clip too much. Like, there might still be some clips, like here. But it's still gonna just bend like a bit over here and a little there, not too much. Same with the torso here. So you just want to be sure that it doesn't clip too much. And I also just realized that I'm missing one bone. Which is the gun, the hoodie. Woohoo! There we go. And this is also going to be a dynamic bone, obviously. This is not mapped yet, so we have to map it. But first, let's see if we've got some weighting issues. We do have a little bit. Okay, especially in the hoodie parts. What means clipping? Okay, so clipping, for example, is when you have two faces and they intersect each other. So for example, if I go here and spin this around a bit too much, not this one. You see how the body is visible through the hoodie? That is clipping. And this is what we're trying to avoid making our clothing. Okay, I wonder if we should do like a couple bones here for the hoodie. I think it could be a good idea. I could do this here. Animate cloak. That's gonna be right. Why did it symmetrize? Same bone selected, what? Why did it create the bone? What? Okay, it doesn't want to symmetrize anymore. Maybe if no, maybe I have to do the usual this. And you see, this is why we need to, when we want to symmetrize something, we need to use a .L and .R. Because as you saw, it didn't want to work because we didn't have the suffix .R. We didn't have the extension. But now it worked, so that's good. There you go. cloak back dot R. Some tries. Cloak back. There we go. Cloak front. Dot R. Rise. And another one here. No, don't hide it, please. No, don't hide it, please. Cloak front 1.R and yeah, symmetries. And what I'm also gonna do is quickly recalculate bone roll, just so they're all facing down or somewhat down. But this is actually something we need to do on our bones also, is to recalculate all the rows. Okay. I think these are fine here. Yeah, these ones are fine. I think these ones are gonna be fine as well. These ones I don't think are fine. No. Okay, that one is not fine. Yeah, this one on the back here needs to be flipped. So item, no, it's gonna be in edit mode. Roll plus 180, that's gonna be minus 540, alright. Why minus 540? I don't know, so 540 here as well. And now if I select all the bones and rotate them at the same time, they should bend in the same direction, yeah. And it should be the same direction as the fingers as well. And I know I saw the fingers were a bit wrong as well. Very wrong indeed. Okay, so the left hand... Never mind. Recalculate bone. Can I actually roll? What is the shortcut? It's Control R. Okay. Plus 90. Okay, now the rolls are fine. Okay, this one's upside down. Oops. So these ones here are upside down, so we'll have quickly to go here, edit mode. 180. There we go. So now all bones should spin in the same direction. At least the extremities should spin in the same direction. Nope. Okay, which one did I get backwards? I got these ones backwards. Alright, so I'm going to do this. Control R 180. Alright, let's see. There you go, they all bend in the same direction now. Okay, where all the hand bends. That are minus 90. Does this bend this in direction? No, so Control R 90. Alright. Okay, this one I'm gonna spin. This way. And this one this way. Almost assert dominance. He's doing the chicken dance, guys. Alright, so we do have some stuff to edit on the hoodie. And just realized I forgot some bones again. Edit mode. And you have one here for the ETH clip. There you go. I'll display the wireframe on this one as well. The double bless me, holy boy. So I want one bone here, one bone here, one bone here. One bone here and over here. Yo, so that's gonna be hoodie strap dot L, hoodie strap 1 dot L, hoodie strap 2 dot L, and then, as usual, a quick symmetrize. Not a roll. Symmetrize. Okay, now I don't think you forgot some bones. Okay, I think that's fine. Okay, 1 hour in. iced. And if you're enjoying the stream so far, you can give us a little follow on Twitch and on YouTube. Because yeah, we do other streams during the week as well. We have some concerts on Wednesdays. We've got building streams on, I think, Fridays, I think they're on Friday, just building streams. I really need to check, because I really get those ones off every day. Yeah, those are on Friday, yeah. So yeah, on Friday we've got building streams, on Saturdays we've got discos, on Wednesdays we've got concerts, and on Sundays we've got my stream, which is Avatar streams. And yeah, if you're here and you're new to this series, I'd really recommend watching the other episodes. And if you have questions about making the avatar, making the model, or you want to talk or something, but mostly questions if you want, if you need, I can answer you right away live. I'll be very happy to answer you. So now let's properly start white painting the hoodie. So for the most part, the hoodie is really well white painted. Like from the get-go. That's some good white paint. There are some issues though, like here. On the shoulder especially. Because shoulders are not gonna move, but this is gonna move. So I want to check, how does it display here? Indeed, there's no weight here at all. Oh, I see. It's not the same angle. No, it's the same angle. It's the same. Never mind. It's the same. It's the same. Okay, so why does it clip above here? I think I'm actually gonna remove the weights on here. So I'm gonna toggle mirror on. So where's the mirror? Mirror is fine. And obviously use the smooth mode because we want smooth. But no, that's not good. Okay, we need to edit the mesh a little bit. We really need it to be here instead. Like closer to top here, yeah. Okay, that's way better. Still clips a little in some cases. Okay, if we had gestures already, you'd be able to toggle on and off the clothing and stuff, but we don't have that, so what I have to do with it? So this side is quite fine. But you see, I wanted an option as well to remove the clothing. Like I wanted an option to remove the clothing, so you could maybe remove the hoodie and just stay in pants and stuff. And this is why I keep the tries there. But if that doesn't work, usually what I do as well is, if I want to have clothing on and off, if I cannot fix the clipping, I can use a... But we cannot do that yet, no. But maybe by the time I finish the stream and stuff, it could be here, we don't know, so I'm gonna keep it for now. But if indeed, when we tokenize the avatar, we cannot do it, I'll remove the tries, because they're gonna be pretty much useless. But I'm still gonna keep a version with the tries on, because yes, as I was gonna say, is I usually have, like on my other avatar there is a mesh under the clothing. Under Mickyelloow, which is my first tokenized avatar, there is a mesh, but there's just a material on top of it to hide the mesh. So the tries are still there, but they're hidden. But yeah, if your avatar just you don't remove the clothing add down on your avatar, then yes, you could remove those tries, 100%. But yeah, thanks for asking, Flippin' Awesome. I just don't want to risk saying your name, I'm sorry. Just quickly checking how it looks. Okay, so if I move the arm back, yeah. Let me just check if there's some weights. I know there were no weights, I think. No. Okay, I might try to align it a bit better then. Like here. Because yeah, usually the fix for me is just to align it better. Okay, what's this? What did this move? When did this move? I don't think I actually moved it. I think I just have to, There we go. So now that it is aligned better, yeah, there's almost no clipping at all now. If I move the arm back, if I move the arm in front, if I move it up, okay, there's a bit of clipping here, but okay, there's still a lot of clipping. Yeah, we might need a second material. Yay, thank you, Daniel. I like the music as well. And I'm using Pretzel for the music, which is a huge library of tracks that won't risk us any DMCAs. And they do have a lot of libraries in there. Okay, this calls for beta alignment still. Here we go. Let's try here. There we go. Oh dear. I really wonder how it's gonna look in game. There's still some issues we need to fix. Or like I said, we put the material to hide it. Because anyway, 7.5k polys. I think what 7.5k? 7.8k. It's still perfectly fine for Quest. So for PC it's gonna be no problem. And we'll just end up with like 4 materials, which is I think what triggers the warning. I don't remember. I think 5 materials trigger the warning. I don't exactly remember. Is it 4? Like I know 4 is the limit, but does 4 trigger a warning? I don't remember. We'll have to check. Alright, so okay, now let's do the clip. I guess the clip's gonna be easy. Easy peasy. If I can even select the armature. Thank you. Ah, come on. There we go. So the clip. I'll just move it like over there, 0.1. Set the weight to pretty much 0 because it's not the hoodie that's gonna control it. Not the neck either. Not this either. But this. And also, if you see... Okay, 4 is no warning. Alright. Even the Avatar Master, I didn't remember, because it's still a bit a gray area sometimes, but yeah, so 4, so we should be fine then. And yeah, just note, if you start weight painting and you see pink on the mesh, that means there's absolutely no vertex groups that have assigned weights on them, so that means absolutely no bone we clip once or assigned. It's just unassigned. It's like if you had a variable that was null or undefined in JavaScript or null or void or I don't know. There's just empty. There's nothing. It's a black hole. So we want to paint this red, full red. And we're back. Alright, now we should be able to control the clip using our bone. So this is going to be a dynamic bone, obviously. The one thing I'm going to do is move this back a little bit. So we limit clipping and stuff. we go. Now for the straps. So 0.1, there you go. Okay, so ISP. I never have enough SD. And now select object mode, there you go. Alright, so for this bone, I want to be able to control this. Not mirror, please. So this bone controls this. This bone controls this. This one controls this, and yeah, and this one controls this. Perfect. And I don't want the hoodie to be able to control this, so I'm gonna go back to weight 0. And I just want to control this part with the hoodie. That's it. So if I did my job well, alright. Alright. Now if I move this, it's gonna move this, remove this, remove this. If this remove this, if this remove this. Alright. So the front of the hoodie is done. Let's do the hood. It should not be a huge problem, I think. Quick save, because we never know, as usual. Let's go into smooth mode, mirror X. Weight 0. Let's boost up the radius a little bit, just to let's try and open this a little bit more. Now this I want to control pretty much the entire hoodie. Front faces only, I just want this. Or is it this there? Alright. hood. Okay, I don't really want weight here, so... So the hoodie's gonna move a little up, down, left, right a little bit. And we're gonna put a collider as well, somewhere on the chest, so the bone of the hoodie doesn't go through the chest either. We can only go up, left, and right. We'll see what we do. And I think the weight painting is pretty much done. I think. So we have. Oh no, we need the bottom of the hoodie as well. So I quickly do a save here. Could you white paint this? Like the tip of the hoodie. Onto those bones. And yeah, those are going to be controlled by dynamic bones. And I put mirror back in. Darn. Yeah, no. Yeah, I did. Oops. Yep, I need to remove the mirror. Yeah, sure. There you go. Now it should just mirror on the bones themselves, right? Yeah. There you go. Go. There we go. And there you go. And one adjustment I wanted to do for a while now is just to move this up a little bit because it's clipping in the tail. There you go. So nice, not clipping in the tail by default. Woohoo! And there's also weights on these, so it's going to provide this. And I forgot some weights. Oh boy. Some weights got forgotten. Oh boy. Which ones? Oh, okay. This one lonely vertex here. For some odd reason. Just said nope, I don't want to get painted. Thank you. And did I just do my mirror as well? I did just lose my mirror. Yeah, this is not mirror anymore. No worries, we're just gonna copy this property. Place it here. On the other side, copy this. Place this. I said, I mean, it should be. No, it's. Why is vertical? You inventor. Wait, what? Okay, no, it's the other one. That's not mirrored. Okay, it's this one. Okay, how did they move it? I don't even know. But we'll just move it back. To where it is supposed to be. There we go. Alright, let's do some extra painting now. And on this, I don't want to control. These are the C's using the hip bone / any other bone actually. So I'll just paint them zeros. Because anyway, all of those are linked to the hip bone. Yeah, all linked to the hip bone, and it should move this a little bit. And let's put a little bit of weight here as well. There you go. This one I think I'm gonna paint a little more. Because there's a tail anyway there. So in case you want to move the tail and stuff, we'll have to move this. Same here, we want to move this. We have to move the other one. That should be fine. Okay, now everything is weighted, I think. And the tail controls a little bit this as well. I think I'm gonna paint one on that tailbone in particular. And I may remove the weight on this actually, and maybe completely delete the bone actually. Why does it moving this moves it and oh, because this bone controls everything on this bone. No, there you go. Actually, okay, I need a little bit, indeed, yeah. But anyway, the tail is gonna be quite stiff anyway, so. And this bone, I'm just gonna just delete it. We don't need it. Yeah, that's gonna be fine. Alright, so I think now we're done with weight painting. Yeah, I think it's in terms of, yeah, I think it's done. So let's, woohoo, yeah, woohoo, it's done. All right. I mean, we can double check and see if we indeed have everything, because we do have hip. We do, okay, so we did the body, we did the pants, and we did the hoodie. Check. Let's check if everything bends fine now. So jaw, perfect. The tie inside. Yep, I might go inside mode. Texture, no. Sync, no. Okay, the object first. Okay, yeah, object first. Darn, just gonna go to studio. Here we go. Set tongue. Check. Eyes, we cannot do with anything. This I just want to quickly remove. Okay, what is weight on this? I still the head. I thought I removed the head. Goodbye. Alright, so yeah, this check. The eyes don't really have anything, so we can check this instead. Check. Hoodie. Check. Neck. Check. Hips. Check. Strap 1. Strap 2. DTH clip. Shoulder. Which shouldn't move too much either anyway, so. Yeah, might just paint a little more here. Just in case. Just in case. For clipping and stuff. We'll see. On our shoulder. Yeah. This, oh, I want to move this. Oh boy, good thing we checked. Goodbye. Goodbye. Because we just want this arm to move the entire thing. So this, check. Hand. Check. Fingers. Fingers. Check. Other arm. Check, check, check. Check. Okay, let's go down now. So, spine. Check. Hips. No leftovers behind. Check. Entire hoodie. Check. Tail. Check. Right leg. I'm probably gonna remove actually. Wait. Oh, legs here. I want as many dynamic bones here as possible to control this. But we still have at least some margin here, so I think it should be fine because all of these here are going to be dynamic bones. So I'll count this as a check. 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 Hearted egg. Check. Crystal. Check. This leg. I want this bone actually to be connected not to leg, but to the foreleg. Okay, maybe not. Like, no, it should, yeah. There's still some tweaks to do. Anyway, that's gonna be crouching anyway, so it's not gonna be too bad. Flat cables. What I do for my cable management? Flat cables. That's gonna be check. This bone, check. Yeah, I think this is gonna be better. Maybe, yeah. I'll keep it like this for now. So check, 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 check. I think it's done. In terms of the white paint and everything, textures. Yeah. I think it's done. Like in the terms of looks and stuff, we could import it directly in the SDK and upload this, I think. But for the custom shader work, I just want to do one more thing, and it is vertex paint. So if you don't know what vertex paint is you know, in Photoshop, Illustrator, mostly like photo editing software, you paint on pixels. Well, vertex paint is the same, but instead of painting on pixels, you paint on vertex. Kind of like how we painted our weights on vertex, on vertices. We're gonna paint colors on vertices, and those colors we're gonna use as masks. Make masks. There we go, if I can pronounce it right. For some of the effects. It's like, for example, if I want some kind of little wind effect, like even without dynamic bones here, like I want some wind, like blowing the hair. You can do that using vertex displacement, but then I can use vertex paint using one channel, like the red, the green, or the blue, to say, alright, how much I want this part to move using that specific vertex color. And I can map another color, let's say, I don't know, green, to the beams and stuff, for example. And this can be super useful. I mean, I could show my other tokenized avatar, but since it's kind of source files, I'm not really gonna show. Maybe we'll see. But I can show it here though. So you've got, if you go to your mode section, for me it's when I press tab using what beautiful Pie menu as an add-on you can use. Yeah, this is a big brain move, then Neville. A big brain move. Yes. So yeah, we're gonna go to vertex paint. We'll first do the body. Well, first off, before doing anything, okay, which thing did I? Okay, before doing anything, save. So I'm gonna hide the hoodie and the pants for now, and we're gonna use. Yes, save. Always save. We're gonna go to vertex paint, and if you go to solid mode in flat, right now our vertex paint is completely white. But let's say I selected red or something, I could paint it red, or I could paint blue, or I could paint it green. And as you can see, if I put the wireframe on, which is already there, I need to show this, you can see that it paints on the vertices. It doesn't paint in the middle, just on the vertices. That's why it is called vertex paint. In our case, what I'll do is paint it completely black. Just check vertex colors inside the object data properties. Vertex color, it should create something called call, a little shorter name for color. And for the wind effect, I'm gonna assign it to let's say the red channel. And is there a mirror here? There might be a mirror. Yeah. We'll Hopefully it works. Yeah, it works. So red channel in mirror and moon mode. And assign it to the tips here. Like so. So now, what we're gonna do, the shader, we'll take a vertex color node to get the vertex color data, and we'll assign the strength of the wind to the red channel, which is going to give our little wind effect. But also, what I'm gonna do is take the green channel and assign it to the tips here of the cables. And you may ask, why? Well, because we can use a second channel for another strength of wind. Like on one of my custom shaders I used, I have two different winds. I've got small and large, and they use different sizes of noise for the wind and different strengths and different speeds. So I can assign them differently if I wanted to. So in this case, we'll use the red channel for bigger objects and green channel for smaller objects. Where does the wind come from? It comes from the shader itself. It does not come from in-game. So you could put that shader on any object in any scene, and if they have red or green or whatever vertex color, they're gonna blow in the wind. Like in a fake wind generated by the shader. You'll see once we'll be there. Okay, and I do want to assign the red channel as well on this part here. I saw, like, custom shaders, you can do a lot with them. And this is why I'm so excited to go in the Unity part, because we'll do some epic custom shader magic. Alright, just to make my task a little easier, I'm going to take this and get it off. And now let's go back to vertex paint and paint all of these red. And this one completely black. So now these should move in the wind as well. Yeah, I think everyone's excited as well. Like even I am excited. Just I just want to finish this. Now let's see. Alright, so this one up. And yeah, we're gonna do at least 2 custom shaders, but actually maybe 3 custom shaders. We'll have one for the body, which will have the wind effect, and yeah, so vertex displacement in that shader. Next ones, is going to be for this here, for the bees. So this is gonna be a gradient that's gonna be animated, like a procedurally generated gradient that's gonna be animated. And the third custom shader is going to be for the eyes. And for that, we're gonna use some UV displacement and also scaling. And why this custom shader if there's no eye tracking is that, and also because there's no one, because I have an idea for eye tracking in the future, maybe for like cinematics, or maybe if the game manages to implement that before the avatar is tokenized, to move the eyes by shader. That could be interesting, but that part we'll see. But also, not only that, also they're gonna flicker a bit. Never forget the flicker, just to make them a bit more cybernetic. And it might need to do like just one last textures for these. Because yeah, we have 3 materials in total, I think. We have the main, we've got the eyes and the part and the robo part links. Yeah. I think it's ready to export. Maybe I can add the vertex colors on this as well here. On the hoodie. Like here and at the bottom here. I know we can get camera depth. The exact camera position may be, I mean, you can probably triangulate somehow. I know a lot for shaders, but I don't know everything. I don't know everything, but I know a lot. So let me just quickly paint this all black. And just to be sure, you can select mode. Red channel, and paint this part. And also the bottom of the hoodie, but not at full strength. Like just a little bit. Oh, come on. There you go. Where's my mirror? Mirror. There, and I accidentally painted on the other side, so let's B. And the tips here, I might just move them a little bit as well. The hoodie's quite a huge piece, so we won't be moving it. And this, just a little tiny bit. But really not a lot. But just enough to say, it's moving. Okay, I think that's gonna be it. Is there something else we might need? Maybe beam distortion so it wiggles a little bit. That could be interesting. So I'll go back to the body. Exit edit mode here and go to edit mode on the body. and use this time the blue channel. We use the red for big wind, green for smaller wind, and the blue channel we're gonna use for the beam's distortion. There you go. Just so we have some space to work with. So yeah, just so the yeah. So what I mean by beam distortion is just so the beams move a little bit side to side and stuff, kind of like the wind, but for the beams. Like it's gonna be quite a large noise, but a very slow wind. Why is my ego? Perfect. Actually, another thing we're gonna use when we're gonna vertex paint. I've never tried actually to use it. Is there? Where is it? It's I've never tried to use. Where is it? Is that available in vertex paint? Blur, smear, annotate. Okay, no, I thought it was mask here, but I think it's just for like weight paint and texture paint. So we'll paint this thing below. And use like this drop off. And do the same for here. There we go. I think I'm gonna reduce the strength here because it's smaller, so it won't move as much. I said reduce the strength, thank you. There we go. And now we're gonna move that way, paint from here. I'm going to multiply, like, because, yeah, we did paint on the green here by accident. So what I'll do is I'll use the blend mode, multiply, and multiply it just by the green channel. So that means the green channel is gonna be unaffected, but the blue, goodbye. And same here, you see there's a little bit of green here, and I don't want to remove the green, so multiply this, boop, goodbye. The green's still there because we multiply by pure green. The more you know. Alright, now let's go back to mix. We're 2 hours in right now. Alright, so we're almost done with this. I think we'll have the time to start up the project. We'll see. But I'm pretty sure we're gonna have the time to start the project and maybe add some dynamic bones and stuff. The shaders are gonna be for next episode then. Because obviously we won't have time to do 3 shaders in 1 hour. There's no way. So shaders, next episode. And yes, I'm excited for them. Please help me. I want to make them now. Alright, so this, I'm gonna put back this. Quick save. Alright. So I'm gonna put it blue. And blue. Not green, you dum-dum. And not red either. And mix. Click anywhere just to save it. And also please curve. Click. No, we don't need mirrors, so that's fine. Maybe not full screen though, because it's still quite a small area. There you go. Now here. And that's going to be even less strong, weaker. Go. There we go. Now let's remove on these extra vertices. There we go. That one's fine. That one's not. Or probably not. This one's not, definitely. Alright. So now we've got our assignments for the wind effect. Or not. Dang. Well, I'll just, I guess, go here. Color picker. Select the color. I can't color this and I can't on it. What's the color I actually use? I'm gonna Control Z, Control C, go back, and Control V to get the exact color. There you go. We also need to do behind here. There you go. As long as you get something, that should be good. To go now, we gotta be that thing. No, we're missing the back over here. Gotta pick a. There you go. And that should be it. Okay, that should be it. And I don't know, I might put some, why is it not too green here? I don't know. Let's put green again. Yeah. Ah, come on. There we go. Using the smooth instead. There we go. And you put a little bit more here. Not much. I said not much. There you go. Okay, now I think it's ready for export. So we'll go back in edit mode. Go back where those are supposed to be at. Come on. There we go. So now, yeah, now we'll be able to export as FBX to Unity. Oh boy. Oh boy, right. A beautiful boy ride. It's pretty much made right now. It's made. So now it's gonna be time to export. But before exporting, we're gonna create the Unity project first. So I just want to be sure first that there's no confidential stuff, anything. Thank you, freaking awesome, man. That avatar is freaking awesome. But yeah, glad you like my work. Okay, so I'm gonna have to remove a couple things from my Unity hub because they're a little bit more confidential. I'm gonna do this quick. Do I have any backgrounds? I don't know. I don't have any backgrounds to show while showing my this. I mean, I have my personal background, but it's not for Southern Space. Yeah, so yeah, the first step, like I did a video tutorial on how to use the SDK, but I'm going to repeat these steps for the guide here. So yeah, the first step is you have to download Unity, the right version, with Unity Hub. Those are the first steps. So let's go through how to proceed to do that. So I'll quickly go to my screen here. We'll do a quick Google search for Unity Hub. And you should land on something called unity3.com/get-unity/download. So you'll land on this page here, and what you want to do is click Download Unity Hub. Since mine is already set up, I won't go through how to install it, but you click on the installer and it should be able to install pretty quick. One thing I forgot to mention during the tutorial is that you need a Unity ID account. So you'll have to create yourself a Unity account to get yourself a personal license. So you go on that same page, you go to the top, create a Unity ID. You put in your email, password, a username, your full name, usual captchas and stuff, we like them. And from there you'll have to activate a personal license. It can be done also via Unity Hub as well. Since I've got a paid version of Unity, doesn't really matter for me, but for you, you'll have to create yourself an account and put the personal license activated on it. And the personal license is completely free. You don't have to pay or anything. And you can technically use it to make games yourself. The only thing is, you cannot make more than $100,000 in 1 year. And also, you'll always have that made with Unity splash screen. And yeah, dark theme is now by default as well. So if you want a dark theme, you don't have to pay anymore. With a new version of Unity, you don't have to. But if you want the dark theme for the SDK's version, you'll have to pay. So yeah, download Unity Hub, install it, that's fine. Then we'll have to download the right Unity version. So to do this, go to the URL bar and type in /archive. Just add a slash to the current URL and just add archive. And you'll land on the Unity download archive. So where all of the Unity versions are here to stay to live, I guess. And the one we want is Unity 2019.2.4. So you first have to go to the Unity 2019.x tab. Scroll all the way down, well, not all the way down, but quite a bit further down. And you have to find Unity 2019.2.4. And once Unity Hub is installed and you got the license and everything, you can then press the Unity Hub button. And then this pop-up is gonna appear, open Unity Hub. And technically it's already installed on my machine, so I don't have to install it, but I'll just go on another one just to show you the options you have. So you'll end up with this window here, add Unity version. In that window, you don't need everything. You can pretty much uncheck everything, even documentation if you don't need it, but you can keep it. But the only thing you really want to keep for the SDK is Android build support. Because Quest, once Summum launches officially with the standalone client on Quest, not Summum Web, but really the standalone client, Quest avatars are gonna probably have to be built for Android, because Quest is just a glorified Android phone. So Android build support, keep it checked just in case, even though the SDK doesn't really support Quest right now. Just in case, for the future-proof. I am a future-proof guy. And once that's checked, press install. Then you'll have to wait till the install is done. Then you'll go back to the products tab, press add new, and depending on if you have multiple versions, you can either press new by itself, or you press the little arrow next to it, where you select the right Unity version. And in our case, we want 2019.2.4 F1. So the one you just downloaded. And now, you want to save the 3D template. Product name, you want to name it something very, like, that's, well, I mean, as long as you recognize it's yeah, the Avatar SDK, you should be fine. So I'm gonna name it Avatar Stream SDK. And then you're gonna select a location. That's quite important. Let me be sure I'm not in a confidential folder, because, you know, that's always good. I need to go here. Avatar stream. So I'm gonna create it somewhere here. And you want to be sure that you don't create like a new folder with the same name and then enter that folder, because the product is gonna automatically create the root folder. So just go to the folder you want the main product folder to be and select folder. And once that's done, create. And now we wait. So Unity Spirit is currently making the folders and everything. And by the way, the keyword is Metabird. METABIRD. It's like metaverse, but for birds. Anyway, so Unity is creating. There you go. One word, by the way. So everything is done. So you've got your Unity window. Mine has a custom layout because I am that fancy. And I'm actually gonna save my layout just in case as Burbs layout. Just in case I cannot find, I'll put it back, but I did spell it, so you don't have to go back on the stream. I did spell it. So yeah, METABIRD. There you go. I'm not saying it again. All right. So now, if you want the keyword, you have to go back on the stream, which you cannot until the stream is done. Yeah, I'll check the tweets. I guess I can check the Twitter now, just to see who got it. But we'll see. So yeah, you just there we go. Right there. Ooh, you almost got it first. Deneville got it first. And your Deneville, you have to put as well your wallet address. Put it inside your comments. Put it as a comment of your comment. So there's just one spot left, I guess. We'll see who gets it. Oh wait! Oh wow! A lot of people like. Okay, no. They are being claimed. Yeah, the MetaMask address should be good. Yeah. Okay, I see lots of comments. I mean, we're gonna check who got it first, but so far it's quite a close race. Like there's Avatar VR, if I spell it correctly. There's Psychoraptor. We have Mickyelloow, we have China, we have... Yeah, that's it for now. So it's quite a close race. The first 3 are gonna get 100 cubes. So congrats to those people. Ah, you're Jane. You're Jana. Alright. So 1 minute, 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Ooh, so... So Mickyelloow has it. I think. Wait. Okay, that's three tweets at the same time. Oh boy, that's gonna get close. Yeah, it's a win-win. Alright, so let's go back to what were the time everything who got it. But it's a really close race. Alright, so let's go back to Unity now. So I did make my layout. You're gonna land, when you first install Unity, you're gonna land with this layout. So you'll have your viewport with the 3D view on top. You'll have your hierarchy, so where you're gonna put avatars and stuff. You'll have your product tab at the bottom, which is where you're gonna organize your folders and stuff. And the inspector is gonna be quite important for like adding new components and checking your avatar if it's fine stuff. So now we're gonna download the SDK. So we'll go back to this page, and on the SomniumSpace website, so somniumspace.com, you'll find the Unity SDK page here. Like in the future, we're gonna have, because we're gonna have worlds as well. In the future, we're gonna have a page where you're gonna make a dedicated page to download either the avatar or world SDK or builder SDK. We'll see how that goes. But right now, when you click on it, it's gonna be a PDF with the guide on how to use the SDK. But you know, because we're on a live stream, we can just learn how to use the SDK on stream. And right now on page 3, you'll find download and set up the SomniumSpace SDK. 2.1, download the SomniumSpace Unity package by clicking this link here. So click this link here, and the Unity package should be downloaded. And all you have to do is you go to the Explorer where you downloaded it and double click. And it's automatically gonna open it inside Unity. Here we go. You'll see this window here appear, which may look a little daunting, but all you have to do is press All and then Import. Yeah, you have to reply to the correct tweet, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna be a little flexible. We'll see. Because there's sometimes people that messes up as well, but if it's half-half, then we'll just count both, I guess. Because you still tweeted it under the main one, but maybe a comment of a comment, but it still works. Alright, so now that the SDK is installed, you see a lot of different folders that just appeared. But the first actual step is to open this up. I guess it's gonna open automatically. But if it's not opened, you'll go at the top bar on top here, find Somnium SDK, and press Login. And this window is gonna pop in this state right here. And what you want to do is use your username and password for the account you want to upload it for, and then press Login. I'm actually gonna move my window over here so I can log in correctly. And you can also press Remember Me, so you don't have to re-log in every time you open the SDK. So now that I'm logged in, this window is pretty much useless to me unless we need to re-log in, because sometimes You posted on LinkedIn, nice. But sometimes you have to re-log in because the token expires, the login token. So it's just a security measure. Sometimes like you go on your phone and use your fingerprint, but sometimes it asks for your password again, just for security measures. Same here, the token expires and you have to re-log in. But I feel like it's a bit explained like bad, I'd say. But one way to find if you're logged in or not is to spawn in the console, which can go in Window at the top, General, Console, and this console right here, I'll move it over here by dragging the tab's name. So this here. And let's say I'm logged out and I do try to upload something, like I go to it's gonna put an error saying please log in first. So this might happen and you have to relog it. So be sure to check if you're logged in or not. And if this message shows, but it shows that you're logged in here, press log out and log in again. Yeah, the correct tweet is the one with the Periscope live stream. But you did comment on the tweet saying celebrating the 10th episode, so I'm pretty sure it's gonna be fine. Like, I think they're gonna check both of them. Like, I'll make sure they check both of them. So yeah, I'm quickly gonna re-log in because I did log out to show what happens when you're not logged in a kind of janky way, but you know. Yeah, I mean, we're to this tweet, yeah. But I'll be sure they check both, just in case. So now that I'm logged in again, because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be fine, I'm gonna uncheck show at startup. But for you, you might want to keep this, like, personal preference. And I'm gonna close this. So now let's go to the folders. So you see a lot of different folders that just appear here. So the first step is going to be go to the scenes folder, and then you'll find upload scene. Simply double click it. Just don't save, usually you don't have a window. And you'll land on this scene here, which is where you're gonna be able to upload your avatars and stuff. And so the main controls with this, in the viewport, you can use right click to look around, and then WSD to move. That's like the first control scheme I've learned. And then Q and E to move up and down. But usually WSD and then looking up and down should be pretty fine. You can also use Alt and left click to spin around an object. Alt right click to zoom in and out. And then Alt and middle click to move sideways. And also one thing that's super useful, especially for the rotate around, is when you select objects, you can press F to focus on them. And then when you rotate around, it's going to be centered. So let's start doing our product organization here. So I'll go back to the assets folder and then go to the models folder. You see a bodybuilder here. It might be tempting to just put your assets there and just call it a day. But the thing is, this is not a bad way. It's not a good way to work. Because remember, you can have multiple avatars in the same project and upload them from the same project. You don't have to recreate a new project every time. You just need one project and that's it. But if you've got like you've got personal avatars and you've got commissions avatars, then you could separate them into two separate projects. Like me, I've got my personal project with my personal avatars, and then I've got this new project which will be for stream avatars. So in my case, I want to create a new folder here. Create, just right click anywhere in the projects window, and then go to create folder. Yeah, it will override the scene, so be careful with that. But what you can do, and what I did myself in my personal project, is I took the upload scene and I duplicated it. And then I named it like upload scene underscore custom. And that is the scene I modify. So yeah, I just select the scene and then press Ctrl D to duplicate it. And then just rename it to like upload scene custom. So that way, you'll have your upload scene custom, which is an entire different file. And when you update the SDK, it's gonna override the default scene. So if there's indeed something that's different and there's an error, you can just go back to the original upload scene. But on other updates for like quality of life and stuff, you can just go back to your custom scene and it's not going to be overridden. So you'll still have your avatars and stuff. But there is a way to save avatars outside of the scene without risking them being overridden, and we'll see that later. So I'll go back to my upload scene custom, perfect. So I'll go back to the models folder and create a new folder by right-clicking anywhere, create folder, and name it the name of my avatar, so ride. And I'll do the same for the bodybuilder because this is not a good example. Bodybuilder, and put the bodybuilder and its materials inside there. I just selected both of them with Control and drag them inside the bodybuilder folder. It's a better way to organize. I go into the Rise folder, so my avatars folder. Right click, and I'm gonna create two new folders. I'm gonna create one that's called Materials, and another one that's called Textures. So the base model will be at the root of the folder. That's how I work with simple models. If you have like models with multiple meshes and different files, you could have another folder with like FBX as a name. Huh, that's weird. It could be your network, because on my feedback it looks fine. So it could be your network. Alright, so now that we have our folders, we'll export our model now. So I'll go back to Blender and quickly be sure. Jesus Christ, I love that Stream Deck so much. I'll select first my armature. So yeah, when you do your model and stuff, yeah, Stream is perfect. So when you do your model, you want to be sure that it is at 0, 0, 0. So your armature, when you go on the N menu, the items, you want to be sure that the location is at 0, rotation is at 0, and scale is at 1. And usually you want to do the same for the meshes. In case it's not the right size and right scale or anything, one way to fix it is to press Ctrl A and then apply location, rotation, scale, or apply all. And this should reset the location to 0, rotation to 0, and scale to 1, while keeping the object's look without like changing the scale, like when you do with Alt S and stuff. So just be sure that everything is at 0. This is why I said at the beginning to do that, because if it's done afterwards, you could have some issues. So now we'll select all of our models, so the body, the hoodie, the pants, and the armature. And then we go to File, Export, FBX. I will first be sure that I don't have any confidential. That's good. And yeah, so you navigate to your Unity project folder, which is going to be, let's see. Yeah, me, I put it here. So assets, models, RAI, and this is where the model is gonna drop off. So in the parameters, before exporting, in the settings that you can press using the gear icon at the top right of that window, in the includes little drop down, you want to limit to selected objects. Because if you don't do that, every single object in the Blender hierarchy will be exported on the FBX, and you don't want that. You just want the mesh you selected. So selected object. In the geometry section, usually if you have blend shapes and all that kind of stuff, like for if you have lip sync or you've got, I don't know, an effect you want to apply on the mesh using blend shapes, you want to uncheck apply modifiers. Because you cannot apply modifiers if blend shapes exist on the mesh. Like I could give an example here. Like if I select this and I add, let's say, add bevel for some reason, and then add a blend shape, so a shape key in Blender, and then try to apply the bevel, you'll see that an error that says modifier cannot be applied to a mesh with shape keys. So what the exporter will do is just delete it. So if you put something that changes the look or change the data and stuff of your mesh, you have to be sure that you don't have blend shapes before doing that. And if you plan to add blend shapes, then you have to apply this. And the only thing you can keep is the armature. So you just have to be careful with that. So we'll check. Okay, I just have armatures everywhere, so I'm fine here. So File, Export, FBX. So selected object. And in the geometry, apply modifiers, no. We don't have any animation data, so I won't include it in the FBX. And then we just press export. There's no loading window, there's nothing that appears. But I think there's actually something that appears at the bottom. Let me check. Okay, there's absolutely no message when you export it. So just be sure that you press the button correctly and it should be good. Glad you like it. Escola Crypto. Glad you like it. Alright, so now after you export it, you can go back to the Unity window, which is here. And you'll see hold on. Well, okay, it was pretty quick on my computer, but you'll see a hold on message if you export it correctly in the project. And if so, you'll see your avatar appear in your models folder, your avatar's models folder. So there it is. So right now it looks completely black because I think it takes the object's color. If you go back to Blender and select, let's say, the hoodie material, and you can see the color here on the viewport display of the material, it's gonna take that color by default. But obviously we don't want that, we want our textures. So what we're also gonna do is in the textures folder, we'll go to our Explorer. I just want to navigate to it before showing my stuff. Where is it? It's gonna be textures. Yeah, those are it. Perfect. Say, remember our textures we did earlier on our source files here? So on our avatar, we've got a color texture, emission, smoothness for the main body. And we've got opened eye, closed eye, and eye glow. The beams are gonna be done procedurally. What's the price of this avatar? I don't have a price just yet, but it's gonna be put on auction, and it's gonna be a one-on-one. So there's only gonna be one on the blockchain. So if you see some of the one-on-ones already over there, you can already imagine what the price can be. No, it wasn't. I didn't talk about 10E. I think it was someone else. But mine sold for 4 ETH at a time, before the huge Ethereum spike. And it was at the time 2 grand. But it was something like an avatar that was quite simple as well. This one is going to be a bit more complicated. So, but yeah, imagine an avatar that sells for 10 ETH. It's doable. It's very doable, actually. But yeah, let's import our textures. So I'll just select all of them, drag and drop them inside my textures folder. And I want to be sure on all of the textures, because we don't have normal maps and stuff, they're all pretty much the same. I'm gonna select all of them. And usually I like to set them to texture type, sprite, 2D, and UI. That's my usual one I put. And also, something you might be interested in putting, we'll see if it glitches in terms of textures and stuff in distance. But I also like to go in advanced and put generate bitmaps. So that way, if you are far, why do I say to that? I mean, I prefer to set it to this because I'm used to doing this, but I think we can keep it at default. But just in case, I put it to sprite to UI, just in case. But I think it works as well on default. It's just my workflow, so. So I'll just quickly apply this. And yeah, one thing I wanted to try, not sure if it's gonna work too much on this avatar, especially with the transparent parts. But I'm gonna put bitmaps on, generate bitmaps. And what that does is, you know when you have a like a texture but that's far away, you know, okay, example in game currently, images and blockchain items. If you're far away, they look very, very, very pixelated and jaggy, and it flickers in your eyes. That's because there's no bitmaps at all. And what bitmaps do is when you're far away, they use a low resolution texture, so it can smooth out and it looks better in the distance. But actually, no, I think it's a bad idea because of how we made this, so no bitmaps. So we'll keep them like this. But maybe the eyes you can put bitmaps. Yeah, maybe with the eye we can put a bitmap, but I think we're gonna keep it like this as well for now. But one thing I'm gonna do for the eye is be sure that the wrap mode, okay, it's at clamp. All right, perfect. Because some textures you want them to be on repeat for like eyeing textures. But for the eye, I want them to end, like I'm gonna move the eye texture around, and I want them to end on the sides so they don't spawn other eyes when I move them back or forward, or up and down. They were supervised. Alright. 3:46. Alright, so we've got 15 minutes left. Yeah, so yeah, if you're enjoying the stream so far, you can give us a little follow on Twitch and YouTube, the usual usual sub on YouTube, the follow on Twitch, as usual. We do have other streams during the week, if you're new here. We've got concerts on Wednesdays, we've got discos on Saturdays, we've got building streams with the Summer Builder on Fridays, and on Sundays we've got my streams, the Avatar series. And yeah, if you have any questions on avatars, you can ask them in the chat. And I'll be able to answer you right away because I'm live. Alright, so now that the textures are imported, let's go to the model and set it up. So in the rigs section, animation type, I'll set it to humanoid. It should be there by default, but if it's not there, open up the drop down and select humanoid. And then we'll go to apply it and configure. And in configure, it might look daunting at first, but it's just like references to the bones of your hierarchy. I mean, if you, to be fair, if you made a model during the stream, like if you make models yourself because you're watching the stream and stuff, you should know what bones are. And the hierarchy we did, it's all there. That's all the bones we made during the stream. The only one that got generated are the underscore and names. So far the fingers, they look good, like absolutely no issues at all. And indeed, as you can see, the thumb moved a little bit. I wonder if I enforce T-poles. Okay, yeah, sample bind pose. That's not gonna work. Nope. Enforce T-pose. There you go. So let's just check that our settings are there. So hips set, spine set, chest is not set, so I'll set it. Shoulder, hand, right to one. The head, neck, head, the eyes, eye right, eye left. And it is a good practice, even though there's no eye tracking yet, it is a good practice to put your eye bones already, in case the game separates them soon, and you don't need and you may not need to set them inside the avatar config. So we're gonna set them already here. In case there's an update with eye tracking, it's gonna be already set. So always be sure, if you do have eyes and you have eye bones, set them. Be sure to set them. Else your avatar, you'll have a great surprise. Because right now, the tongue was the right eye. So yeah, if you did an avatar, you tokenized it, but you didn't check this, you might encounter problems. If eye tracking comes at one point. Because eye tracking will come at one point. But yeah, just be sure that this is set up correctly. These bones are set correctly. Fingers seems to be set properly. Yeah, so that's fine. So I'm gonna apply and then done. And actually, I think I saw the wrong fingers here. Yeah, those are the wrong fingers. I wonder, can I set this one here and this one here and then set this one to nothing? That's gonna work better, I think, for our avatar. So now the humanoid rig should be set up. Yeah, you can also use the muscle settings. To be fair, I never really used the muscle settings. But we can indeed try our avatar there. But since we don't have any textures so far, it's kind of hard to see. And indeed, we have... it's not really a problem. It looks a bit weird, but it's not really a problem. Let me check. Mapping. Muscle setting. All right. Alright, so I want this to be over here. It's still too far. Move it back even more. Oh, you cannot set more than... Ooh, that's interesting. That's interesting. Right fingers. Yeah, indeed. I'm gonna have to play with them a little bit. That's interesting. You can put them more than 0. That's interesting. That could cause issues, but I think just setting them a little here should be fine. That other finger should be fine as well. I'm just gonna apply. Let's try the legs. Yeah. That works. That works. Yeah, I think it's perfectly fine there, so I'm just gonna press done and do some basic materials. Yeah, I'm gonna move a little faster here because there's 5 minutes left and I want to try to upload the avatar, so I go to materials, material strap, and do extract materials, because right now, you know, the materials cannot be edited here, so we have to go here, textures, and not textures, go to materials, and select the folder. So we've got 3 materials. We've got the eyes, we've got the main body, and we've got a link. So for now, I'll open up my avatar scene, the arrow, open the model pivot in the hierarchy, and then drag in the model in here. And the bodybuilder, I'm just gonna hide. Goodbye, bodybuilder. I don't like you. Alright, now let's set some textures. So there's our material. I go back to the texture folders using this, or I can lock the inspector, but I prefer using this here. I go back to the textures folder, and this is the eye. So I will put this texture for now and set the color to white. That's in too white because else your texture is going to be fully transparent. And I'm going to put emission as well. And put this here. No, actually I'm going to put the glow as emission. Good idea. And put a bit more intensity as well. Like 0.3. The intensity of the HDR, that's going to be for the bloom effect in the camera. Okay, now that's done. Let's go back to our material, remain, and put this as our albedo, which is already done. This as our metallic, so the metallic in the metallic 1. And the emission inside the emission by checking emission on. And put the HDR to like 0.5 or 1, I don't know. Let's try 1. And obviously the main map, put it to white. So we've got this. Alright, let's try. I'll first, I guess, move the sky dome a little bit. So I'll go in the environment, sky dome. And in the, is it cycle? World, I'm gonna change the settings here. Just to put some lights, I'm gonna change it to longitude. Just so we get some lights in here. Yeah, I'm a cheater. Alright. So I'm gonna just upload the avatar like this, without dynamic bones or anything, and those we're gonna do next episode. So on the avatar right, I'll add a component in the inspector called avatar config. The gender, I'll set it to male, because it's a guy. Lip sync, I'll put jawbone because we do have a jawbone, auto detect. And you can test it here. Visualize. I'll put it to 100 and move this slider up. Until a good value. This sounds like a good value. Why is it glitching? Like, what the hell? Okay, that's a bug. We'll have to. I report that because this is a bit weird. Okay, on Y it's fine, and on Z it's fine, but on X it wants to what? Okay, yeah, we'll have to. Could be bone orientation. Yeah, we'll have to check. I'll put this like this for now, and we'll see. Custom animations, we don't have that. It's not supported yet, but it is in the works. And I press build and upload. So let's see. So far, we don't have dynamic bones or anything, so it's perfectly fine. So I'll just build. Nearly there, yeah. We're gonna upload it. We'll test it inside the game. I'm gonna go a little over on the stream. What is that? What? 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 What happened there? Build and upload. There we go. Nice building. I don't know what happened there. Because maybe since it's a new installation, it had to set the VR checkmark on and single pass and stuff. Probably. And my webcam's dead. Great. Because it uses VR. Perfect. Alright, so here you'll be able to move up and down the camera here, or upload a custom file for when you're gonna blockchain the avatar. We're not gonna blockchain just yet, so I'm just gonna use a temporary thumbnail. Right test 1. I'm gonna name it right test 1. Just a test. Yeah, bird. Alright, and then you check have agreed and stuff, and then you press upload. And yes, I will go a little over time on this one. Upload success. Alright, okay. Now we can open up Somnium. So, Somnium. I'll open up my webcam again because you know, It's good to have a new webcam. Yeah, this is how my webcam works. I've got two separate. There you go. You see behind the scene. I'm just gonna quickly set it back and put back the mic here. Test. All right. Perfect. So ready to launch. So you first have to install the Summon client, but if you're an avatar creator, then you should probably have it installed already. Summon Space website, top right you've got download, then you install, then you log in, you connect your MetaMask wallet, and you should be good. So to get your avatars, soon enough you'll be able to select from the launcher, but right now we have to go to the PC client. And I hope it works. That's loud. Oh, so loud. Alright. So now that we're in the Summon client, once it loads. Yeah, so like I said, this is not gonna be the final version. This is just to test in-game how it works. I go to custom because all your avatars are there. Well, first off, you'll be greeted, I think maybe with you'll be greeted with either this or this when you first boot up. So you want to be sure that you click on the avatars tab at the bottom here to land on this window here. And on here, yeah, okay. And on here you go to the custom ones. Yes, I do have a lot of burbs. Don't ask me why. But the latest avatar should be at the complete bottom over here. Like, it should be the last one on the list. If we click it, we can see the preview of the avatar here. And we could already tokenize it, but I won't do that just yet. Can have a quick look around. So far, it looks good. Compared to my burb, how tall is it? Look, it's around the same size as my bird. It's like reasonable. It's very reasonable. So you select it, and then you press use this avatar. Then we can go in-game and test it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the stream right here, and I will be going in-game to test this, and hopefully it works. Cross fingers, hopefully I did my work correctly. If not, then we're gonna have to adjust a little bit in Blender next episode before doing the shaders. But yeah, so far so good. Like, if everything goes well, we're gonna do shaders right away next episode with dynamic bones and stuff. You're welcome, freaking awesome. I'm really, and everyone watching, like, thank you all so much for watching and supporting me all the way through. Like, it's a pleasure for me to just make streams and make avatars for fun and also kind of for a living as well. So yeah, and also just self-promotion. I do want to start streaming on my own channels as well. Like, this avatar stream just makes me want to do my own streams on my own Twitch channel, and that I plan to do maybe after I finish my college diploma. So yeah, we'll see. But right now we're Summon Space focused. Aw, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Really flat. I really appreciate it. I got no words right now. But yeah, I will go in-game, test the avatar. Hopefully, I will see you there. Else, I will see you in next episode. Bye-bye.